Hello, everybody. This is Rauth, and welcome to the Patriots News Desk, brought to you by Dear Pats Nation. And it looks like Cam Newton had another good day at Patriots practice, going 12 for 13 and 11s, and 2 for 4s, an interception, and a drop in 7s. And I think at this point in time, we might be thinking, what should be considered a good day for Cam Newton at practice? And I think what we got to look at is consistency, spreading the ball around, and ultimately staying healthy. Let's start with staying healthy. We all know that Cam Newton has had his issues in the past with staying healthy. We know that injuries have really plagued him throughout his career. And as we move into this season, it's our biggest hopes that Cam can stay healthy, that he'll be able to be the starter week one, as Bill Belichick has said, and that he can play camp just fine. Spreading the ball around is also important. Nelson Aguilar was absent from practice today, and he was hitting players like Wilkinson. And I think that as we go throughout this season, Cam Newton is going to have to work on his consistency. He's going to have to improve on not getting locked in on one player. We saw that a lot last season, especially when Julian Edelman was on the field. Cam Newton threw the football to him a lot. When he went down with injury, Cam Newton kind of focused just on Jacoby Myers. Now, it's fair to say that maybe guys like N'Keal Harry and Damiere Byrd weren't getting as opened as maybe Cam Newton would hope for, but Newton didn't execute to the tight ends. He didn't look for James White. He can get locked in on one guy. It's really important that he works on building that chemistry with all of his players, spreading the ball around. And so far, we've seen that out of Cam Newton. And then, of course, just consistency, consistently moving the ball around. 12 for 13, and what really would have been 3 for 4 with one interception is not a bad day, considering that one of those balls was dropped. I think that as long as he's staying consistent, moving that football around the field and hitting all the players, he should be good. And now that we are kind of getting deep, we're about to go into the preseason game against Washington on Thursday. Should Cam Newton still be considered the starter for the Patriots? The long and short answer is yes. He hasn't done anything yet to say that he shouldn't be, and really Mac Jones hasn't pushed him out of that starting role. Basically, I think Bill Belichick said about a week, maybe 2 weeks ago, that if Mac Jones was going to be the starter, he was going to have to do something significant. I don't think those were his words, but I think that's how Mike Reese interpreted them. And yeah, Mac Jones has been good. He's been consistent. He's made rookie mistakes. He's looked really good. But he's not ready to be the starting quarterback yet. And he's going to he's going to be able to sit behind Cam Newton and learn how to be a starting quarterback in the National Football League. Whereas Cam Newton has experience, he's ready to play now, and there's no point of pushing Mac Jones too quickly. He hasn't done anything to show that he's significantly better than Cam Newton. If anything, they've been kind of at par. And, maybe we got to go college style here, and Ty goes to the senior. Cam Newton has been good. He hasn't done anything to say he shouldn't be the starting quarterback. Again, he's building consistency. He's had good days. He's had some rough days, but so is Mac Jones. Nobody has run away with the quarterback competition. And because of that, there's no reason to not have Cam Newton as the starting quarterback week one. Now, as the season goes on, if Cam is showing that he can't be consistent, perhaps you throw Mac Jones in there. But from everything we've seen, Cam is showing a significant improvement from last season, and continuing on like this, he should be great. And I guess so we got to sit here now and say, what else does Cam Newton have to do this camp? Obviously, there's always room for improvement. He's kind of done everything that's been asked out of him, so I'm not sure there's much. Maybe not throwing interceptions, but every quarterback is going to throw interceptions. I remember when there was a crazy overreaction in 2018 because Patrick Mahomes was throwing interceptions during the during training camp and during practice. Practice is the time to get better. Practice is the time to do things. I'm sure Bill Belichick has a laundry list of things he wants Cam Newton to improve on, but I'm sure that Belichick has that for every player on the team. At the end of the day, what has Cam Newton done that we got to say, hey, he's really got to work on this, or he's really got to get better? The answer is nothing. He's been hitting the deep ball. He's been hitting the tight ends. He's been good in the red zone. I don't know if he's been throwing the ball or been running the ball, but throwing the ball, he's looked like the quarterback that should be leading this team. I think that there's a lot of bias and unfair coverage from Cam Newton. We go back to even the vaccine, debacle, because he wouldn't answer the question of whether or not he was there. Neither would Mac Jones or Bill Belichick, but Cam Newton became the focal story. I think that all the reports that have been coming out of camp, everything we've seen from Cam Newton coming out of the camp has basically been positive. And at this point, I think we need to stick with the positivity because that's what it's been. Cam Newton had another good day. I expect him to have another good day tomorrow. I expect him to be good on Thursday if he plays in Washington. At the end of the day, Cam Newton is playing like the starting quarterback of the New England Patriots. All right, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to the Patriots News Desk. Whether you're watching on YouTube or Newsbreak, my name is Ray Rauth. We will be back with you when more New England Patriots news drops.